Hey everyone, and welcome to another Let's Max Warframe, where we're going to be taking a look at the second of the old school weapons returning in the Beasts of Sanctuary update, and that is the upgraded version of probably the most iconic weapon in Warframe, the Braton Vandal. The Braton Vandal hasn't been in the game for a seriously long time. It was for a single weekend all the way up back in update 6. I forgot to pick it up actually when it was available, so I'm definitely not sad to see it come back now. It can be found in 4 parts: the blueprint, barrel, stock and receiver, and they all drop from rotation A, B and C of the brand new Sanctuary Onslaught game mode. However, once you got it built, you get a fully automatic assault rifle doing 35 damage a shot. Most of that is slash, you got a little bit of impact and a tiny little bit of puncture, which is good for, proccing slash reliably, especially when you take the 16% status chance into account, add a couple of dual stop mods in there and multi-shot. It means you're going to be proccing pretty reliably. It's got just about enough crit of also 16%, and that actually will make a crit build work. And the 200% critical damage multiplier isn't terrible either. 50 round magazines, also pretty amazing. It means you don't have to reload very often whatsoever. But it's only got a 1.75 second reload anyway, which isn't much of a problem at all. So if you're like me and reload often, it really feels alright. The fire rate of 7.5 rounds per second is also alright. It's not that quick, but of course, once you start putting shred or prime shred or something on there, it really does help to counter that a bit. For the build though, crit chance is high enough, like I said, to have a crit build working on here. Got 4 former on here to bring the weapon up to a total of 5 Vs, and then added Serration Split Chamber for damage and multi-shot, prime shred for fire rate and punch through, or regular shred if you don't have the primed. Point Strike, Vital Sense for crit chance and crit damage, and then 2 dual stat elementals. I've got Corrosive on here using High Voltage and Malignant Force, but really you could use whatever elemental you wish. The final slot is the one where you could really do a couple of things. I personally went for Vigilante Armaments that upgrades yellow to orange crits, as well as giving that additional multi-shot, which is really nice. You could go with Argon Scope for more crit chance, Bladed Rounds for crit damage, or another dual stat elemental here. If you wanted, you could even use Viral and Hunter Munitions. However, when I found with testing, the Vigilante Armaments was by far the most reliable when it came to doing damage with the weapon. So, I mean, that brings me on to my thoughts on the weapon. Do I think it's worth the farm? And then the former. The answer to that, honestly, is no, it's not really. When a weapon struggles to kill a level 46 Bombard in a Fisher mission, you know the weapon isn't really that good at all. The fact that it's accurate is nice, because you can consistently land headshot, but if you're looking at the footage here, it takes so long to take down even a level 100 heavy gunner, let alone 4 of them. It's just not that good at all. You can use it for almost all star chart stuff, that's true, but even if you get to like Axie Relics and their Fisher missions, it's already starting to fall off in the damage. It's all well and good having accuracy and landing headshots, but you've got to have the damage to back it up. And the Braton Vandal, to be honest, fails rather spectacularly in this. Even in the footage in the background, you can see it not particularly quickly dealing with the enemies it's coming up against. And this is from a weapon you have to spend a really long time farming for in the Elite Sanctuary mode. Yes, the weapon is a special one, although honestly it's less special now anybody can get hold of it, but it is still a Vandal. So it looks amazing, and anyone that's a fan of the Bratons is probably going to like the Vandal. But I was severely disappointed with its performance. Not a huge fan of the Braton series because it's never really been that strong. So for me, this is just the latest in the lines of not particularly strong weapons. So for something that takes an extremely long time to farm because of the low drop rates, you don't get a particularly good weapon at the end of it. Don't get me wrong, it looks amazing, but don't expect to have the next best assault rifle here because you would almost certainly be disappointed. So I hope you enjoyed my look at the Braton Vandal. It's a shame I couldn't be more positive about it, but it is what it is. More videos coming soon. Many thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.